My name is James Manke. I am originally from Kamloops, BC, and I started sea kayaking seriously about a year and a half ago. Got very deep into it. My first focus was very much on learning how to roll so that I would feel comfortable in rough water situations.
Here at James Manke's place in Victoria, and going to get the Trak out and do some Greenland testing. James is relatively new to the kayaking world, but he's also a very solid boater, learned very quickly, addicted to the sport, into it. So I think he's a great person to sort of involve with the Trak here and see how it goes with rolling and that sort of more advanced paddling technique. Due to its nuances, Greenland rolling has been chosen to test the Trak's base ability to be rolled. We then move back to the Euroblade and revisit with Manuel Martel and look at his struggle with the re-enter roll. Finishing up, we will discuss the points for successful re-enter roll and then leave you with some images of rolling in the surf. Let's get some rolling done.
I'm curious to get it on the water and see how rigid the boat actually is and how well it holds up to some of the more aggressive rolls, you know, including some of the forward rolls, just seeing how the seat positioning holds up in the boat when doing some of the more difficult rolls. I'm hoping that it'll be an excellent rolling boat. Initially, what I do like about the boat as a roller is I really like the fact that it has a hard shine on it. That's drawing me to the boat a little bit. I'm very curious to see how it will static brace, how it'll hold up on its side. Also the momentum of the boat, I'm very curious of how that will be, just with the height, especially in the back deck.
I was impressed by how agile James was with the Trak. And though not a specialised Greenland boat, the Trak seemed to just embrace its ancestry.
What I really am impressed with the boat about is the way that it forward finish rolls. Even with a Norsak, I have a hard time rolling, like forward rolling a lot of boats, but that one worked no problem. One of the challenges I did have with the boat, which was quite obvious looking at the footage, is the rear, the layback rolls, especially getting into the hand rolls. It became a little bit more difficult, and that has a lot to do with the back deck, the height of the back deck.
A little bit of a challenge coming up on the rear for the layback rolls. I think if the seat was up by about an inch, that would relieve that.
Here you can see we customized the seat, hoping to improve the rollability. By placing foam under the front lip of the seat, we reduced the movement and the seat cushion raised James about ½ an inch.
We tried to lift up the seat to try to compensate for that, but even getting up about ½ inch, I really felt that I lost a lot of the stability in the boat. That's a drawback on it, but some of the positive things was it seemed to be a lot easier to static brace and to balance brace the boat. And also coming up on the layback, having that little bit of height was also nicer on the back. It wasn't digging into the back so much.
The major flaw with our customized seat, however, was that it was not securely attached. This meant James slipped during forceful rolls.
The issue I had with prototyping it was the seat was floating all over the place, so not being stable in a boat when you're rolling is not really a good thing. You want to be really kind of glued into your seat. You want your hips to be nice and tight into the boat.
Yeah, I'd say the seat's in the wrong spot.
But overall, a great boat. It rolls phenomenal. I plan on paddling it again very soon. Absolutely.
We now move on to Manuel and discuss the concepts of re-enter rolling the Trak.
When I got back in the kayak, I was using the suck into the Trak, which was great, kept most of the water in the suck and not inside the kayak. The only issue for me was when I entered the kayak, my feet got tangled a little bit in the suck got stretched, and then it was very hard to reach and find the pedal and position myself. So then when I tried to do a good roll, I failed. Then I decided to take a more relaxed approach. Took time to find the pedals, positioned myself properly into the cockpit.
After some solid attempts, Manuel finally rolls up, though not with the solid surety we would like. So let's look at some points we need to consider to make sure our re-entry roll is bomb-proof. This advanced rescue technique can be a touch tricky with the Trak. The C-sock is a must for success, though if the sock gets twisted during your exit, you may not be able to re-enter quickly and cleanly. Take a deep breath, calmly pull yourself under the boat. The displacement of air will push the sock outward like a balloon as you enter. Take a moment to squarely place yourself in the seat. Set up for the roll and deliver. Having a solid roll to begin with is a must, and if you struggle with the re-enter roll, look at your roll and adjust it accordingly. When knocked down in real conditions like surf, the Trak shows no issues with rolling back up. To summarise, the Trak kayaks are great to roll. The customized seat can be key to letting you do hand rolls and advanced Greenland rolls. The customized seat needs to be attached securely into the boat to avoid surprises. The re-enter roll needs to be practiced, and you need to get used to the quirks of the C-sock. Again, the C-sock has proven itself as an important safety must for advanced kayaking with the Trak. It is, however, your personal skills, as with any sport, that limits you, so practice.
By all means, I would consider packing it up and throwing it on a plane and taking it with me. When it comes to rolling a boat, you can get very attached to a specific boat. You can really get the harder rolls and fine-tune some of the more difficult things. I think traveling with the boat would be a huge benefit for a Greenland roller. You know, having a three-piece paddle, for example, that's definitely one benefit. If there was a boat to go with that, that's the complete package.
So now we're feeling confident with the Trak, let's get out and really see where we can go with this boat. Coming episodes, we will cover multi-day tripping, international travel, and we will explore more rough water situations. So stay tuned until then.